My name is Daniele Visioni. I'm a professor at Cornell University. And what I talked about was the concept of geoengineering, that is, intervening in the climate system to mitigate the impacts and effects of climate change. Now, there can be many ways in which this could be done. And essentially, the observation is we can see that we're affecting what we call the planetary energy balance. There is more energy being trapped in the system due to greenhouse gases than is coming out, and that is producing global warming and increased risks across the board. So together with reducing emissions, which will always be the first step, what else could we do to manage those risks? And perhaps the answer is that we could reduce the amount of solar radiation coming in to prevent it from making our planetary imbalance worse. And this could be done through many ways. And the one I focused on in my research is what we call stratospheric aerosol injection. That is the addition of aerosols in the stratosphere, a part of the atmosphere well above our heads. And those aerosols, we know when it happened before through natural causes like volcanic eruptions, that if aerosols get to the stratosphere, they can cool the planet for a couple of years after they've been injected. So the question is, could we do this artificially? Of course, at this point, we have done some research, but the amount of research that needs to be done has to be much, much larger than that to be able to more clearly define our confidence levels, understand uncertainties and the things we don't know yet, and quantify trade-offs between doing something like this and not doing something like this. And essentially, the kind of research that needs to be done has to be global, cannot be just in a few Western countries. It also has to include not just climate science, but a lot of other disciplines like ecology, like social sciences. And it has to include everyone. Everybody has to talk about this, and so do international institutions. They need to come up with meaningful governance systems so that if we come to a decision to do or not do this in the future, it is done from a very well-informed basis and in a global way.